Welcome back to the 5-room dungeon. My name is Saucy and I'll be your DM. This is room 2 of the heist and we're running it here with the Shaken Crown, a crew of 3 adventurers who are breaking into a vault and stealing a magic box. Let's introduce ourselves. Let's go around the table and start over here with our leader.
Cassian, or you've got me all discombobulated.
We popped
I shook the name out of him.
Caspian, of the Crooked Crown, recently shaken.
And what are you currently doing?
Managing my pride, and
Recovering from whiplash.
really wondering what's in Ioric's box.
Ooh. You don't ask a man that question. Let's go around the table here.
So, Salvatore here. I am currently shepherding 2 what seem to me incompetent buffoons through a vault. The one, at least, that keeps shaking shit seems to be helping. I don't know how. I can't explain it. But I did feel better after he shook me.
You
I
feel
don't
great.
understand why.
Oddly, you feel great when he shakes you. Like, you don't want to admit it, but it feels kind of nice.
And it was pretty funny when Caspian over here fell on his ass after he told me I was bad at my job, and then he failed at it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Let's move over here.
I am Iork, and I just recently found the shiny number rocks that were hidden inside the box, and I've told nobody about it yet.
That's right. So we opened up inside the inner vault of this ancient temple. There's a vault underneath it within the catacombs. Box number 412 was picked and then opened, and then Ioric reaches in, grabs this tiny treasure chest, which looks wood in appearance at first, but turns out to be some type of metal material. He opens the box, and inside he finds, well, do you tell the rest of your group what you found? Do you show them?
I am going to walk over to Caspian.
Yep.
I'm going to open his hand for him and put them in here. I was like, we found them. Let's go.
All right, go ahead. Give him the dice.
How do we know he didn't want the box?
I threw the box.
I'm going to go
And
grab...
what are you doing with the box?
As soon as I open it, I just over the shoulder.
You throw the box.
I'm going to go grab the box
All right.
on the off chance.
So what does the box look like when you see it? It looks like that? Okay, take it from him. Put the dice back in the box. Close the box. Now you have that box. So the dice that were in your hand, you go to shake them, they're not in your hand anymore. Caspian no longer has the dice.
Did I see them disappear?
No, because he balled his fist to shake the dice, and when he opened up, they were gone.
What did you do with them?
Check the box.
Apparently they went back in the box when I closed the box.
That's right.
I'm going to reach into the box, pick up the dice, and hand them back to Caspian.
Okay.
Don't lose them this time.
No, you hold them this time.
I've already given them to you.
While they're in your hand, as you're trying to put them in, I close the box.
All right, put them back in the box.
All right, it looks like we're taking the box, too.
Give me the box.
You can have the box. Just make sure you don't throw it away.
I give it to Caspian.
All right, Caspian's being handed the box with the dice in them, and the box is closed.
Look, a parlor trick.
Now, there's a solid chance that those dice are what rolls our next encounter.
Well, the box is going with me, and I suggest we move on to the next vault.
Yes.
Okay, box is going with the leader, Caspian.
I thought the job was to get what was in the vault.
They told us we could keep whatever else we found. I don't know how much time you want to waste here. We could try and open
We
a
got the
few more of
stuff.
these.
Let's just leave.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money. Fuck it.
We're gonna find more treasure.
We got what we wanted. Let's go.
Do you not understand how much 10 million gold?
750,000 gold.
10 grand in real world money.
10 million in real world money.
Double it and pass it down.
Nope.
There could be tens of millions of dollars behind these doors.
There could be a lot more locked doors. I got somewhere to be.
Listen, all we got to do is take those back right now. We never have to work for the rest of our lives.
That's true. But what fun is that?
A lot of fun. You ain't seen all the bitches that 33 million in real world dollars can get, have you?
10 million. 10 million in real world.
I
He'll
think
get
you're
it.
going to have to pay double for your stature.
No. That's
Is
the
that a
other
short
way.
joke?
Yes.
That's the other way. That's the other way around.
Oh, so everything's half off for you?
Is that a
Yes.
short joke?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a small penis joke.
Mm. Okay. All right. So team. So
Two to leave. The leader says we stay.
the leader's staying, and the leader has the box.
It's true.
Sounds like what leader says goes.
Why did you hand him the box?
I mean, you could just let them
He's-
leave, right?
He's the leader.
He's the mule.
Ioric, I really like you. You're going to be great in my squad.
I appreciate that.
Mm.
But we
Well-
should go.
So what's the plan? What are we looking at here?
We've only just barely scratched the surface of the riches that we could have.
How many more of these do you need to open to be happy?
All of them.
Ooh.
We're going to be here forever.
I don't know if you know that. Do you know anything about
It-
thieves' tools?
Yeah, I have a bag.
So you know they're single use?
Nah.
Exactly. I have three more.
What, your stethoscope just disintegrates?
The lockpicks break.
Well, sure.
We got 3 more boxes at most. So I'll open 3 more boxes and then we got to get out of here.
What are resources make it different?
What?
Resources make it different.
Yes.
Are you asking for a bigger cut of the prize? For
What are you
how is
saying?
this negotiation working?
No,
here?
he's saying that because there are resources involved now, we can't stay here to open all these forever.
Okay.
All right, we can go. But you both owe me 2% of your shares.
Not my share, my brother's. He owes me 10 grand.
Sorry, what?
Shut the fuck up.
He's paying me 10 grand to be here.
You know how much he's getting, right?
Nope.
No, he doesn't. And I think that's the point. Salvatore.
Do you know his brother? I don't know his brother.
I barely know him.
Exactly.
So what's the plan? So party leader.
Sounds like we're going to cheat Ioric out of his share.
He already doesn't know what he gets paid, right?
Yeah.
Not a clue.
And when you
Actually, 10,000 gold out of 75,000 gold still isn't terrible.
750.
I bet.
wow,
You've screwed up every
sounds like
number.
you can screw 2 people
Yeah.
out of their share of gold here.
Just write
All right.
IOU on a piece
So,
of paper and give it to him.
Like we discussed, you get 10, you get 50, I get the rest. Let's move.
No.
So the terms were when you turn in the payload that you can split the money any way that you've agreed upon. But since you're the leader, the transactions happen between you and the broker. So if you say here's your share 1/3, that's 10,000 gold. Don't spend it all in one place. He may never know the wiser.
Sounds good to me. So, do you want to keep your third wink, Salvatore, or do you want to keep arguing about this?
Fine.
So are we leaving,
Yes.
or are we opening more boxes?
No,
We're
we can
leaving.
leave.
We're gonna leave.
We've made a good
We're gonna
deal.
leave all that treasure inside the inner vault. We're not gonna tinker with anything, or potentially set off any other traps, or
If there,
meet certain death.
Salvatore says almost to himself, the one thing that I've learned on jobs like these is you can't spend money if you're dead. So
Why are there 3 lock boxes missing, though?
At least 3.
Because all right, let's open one more lockbox and see if there's another one of these boxes in here. And
Well,
the
we should
guy
be
who sent us here just
We should be a little more choosy. We need to look around and see what would be the most enticing box to open.
So which one looks the best to you, Caspian?
the last one.
I don't know, but I'd like to investigate the room more closely.
Yeah, okay.
It's going pretty well. I got a 21.
Yeah. So you've got this whole room mapped out, and you see there's roughly about 1,000 boxes in this room, and each one has 3 numbers written on them. So the ones under 100 would be 001, which is missing. 001 is missing, and then 002, 003. They're sequential all the way up to 1,000. The walls are lined on the sides and the back. Have all these doors, and some of them have been opened up and are empty. Some of them even have doors completely missing, such as box 001.
Well, while you are fiddling with these boxes that we do not need to open, can I play with the shiny math rocks?
I would recommend.
I keep the box. You can play with the rocks.
This is a terrible idea.
I'm gonna roll them immediately.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't look like
Do you
you are.
Oh,
Do you close that box before he rolls them?
I'm gonna roll.
I don't know.
What'd you roll?
808.
You roll doubles.
Yes.
88.
Good to know.
Oh god.
Good to know. All
So
right.
you guys go to the thing. I immediately just roll them on the floor.
I'm gonna need a pen.
Oh no.
A pen?
A pen. Hey, you keep that.
Do I need another character sheet? It's
What is it? Roll.
about to be Theoric.
Roll.
Theoric is gonna make an appearance.
So
Roll 4d6
as soon
six
as
times.
those dice hit the ground, you threw them on the ground.
Yeah, I sit like crisscross applesauce.
So as
And I
soon
just
as
throw the dice
you
on the
throw
ground.
them on the ground, you rolled an 88.
808, an 80 and an 8. Yes.
Yeah, 88. Okay, great. As soon as you hear that, you hear a sound from all around you, every direction, right, left, up, down, forwards, backwards, and it is a how do we put this? It's almost like a gong of a very large metal bell, just gong like the Undertaker bell, right? But enough to shake everything a little bit so that it vibrates.
Told you shouldn't have opened those boxes.
So
We didn't open any.
the way that I
What
hand
did you
him these
do?
dice is like handing a child a toy to keep them quiet. I just kind of hand them to him, and I go back to what I was doing, investigating the boxes. And as soon as I hear this noise, I'm gonna look back at him and slam the box closed.
Slam the box closed. All right, dice back in the box. So instantly you feel the dice vanish, but then you hear a whisper, and it is not a whisper of a human voice, but of like multiple voices.
Like good multiple or bad multiple?
So he's the only one that can hear the voices, but we all heard the gong.
Well, you can see a puzzled look on his face, but you chalk that up to, I just took the dice out of his hand. Haha, nanny boo boo.
Yeah.
So did we hear the gong or no?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What just happened?
You guys were messing with the boxes, and the gong went off.
We
That's
haven't
why
tou-
we need to leave.
We were
We
just
haven't touched any
looking. We haven't
boxes.
touched anything. What
Then
did
we
you...
definitely need to leave.
But I agree. We need to get out of here now.
Time to go.
Time to go.
Did you get the dice? Where'd the dice go?
I have the dice. They're in the box.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so where do you go?
Out the vault door.
You're out the vault door, yes. So you skitter out there, and you're back in front of the vault door. There's a hallway. To the right goes back up to the catacombs. To the left, it's darker, but oddly, it looks more. How do I put this? It's more developed, right? Instead of it being like a rocky, dirty
Hole.
catacomb hall, it is. It's square shaped. The walls are smooth, and there are sconces on the wall where torches rest, but they're not lit. And it's a long, straight hallway, and it just kind of ends in darkness.
What's the lighting in general down here?
It's low light. It's very low light. I can assume one of you guys has a torch.
I probably do, because I don't have dark vision.
Yeah. That's. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Actually, it might be Jewelcraft.
I say we take the hallway.
Okay. And what do you say?
I say we go back the way we came in.
Okay. And what do you say?
I'm gonna kind of look around and see if I can hear that voice again.
Okay.
And not say anything about it. I'm just gonna be like this. Just
And that's when all three of you hear another voice, and this voice is it's a more charismatic, like cocky voice, kind of like Deadpool chimes in, and he says, "I say, you guys should follow me." And
there's that voice again.
that's when
What?
this gentleman approaches from the shadows. So was in the direction of the catacombs, a well-groomed man dressed like an adventurer does come out. He's dressed with a red scarf around his neck, and he has leather armor, and he's armed with a weapon, and he is approaching in a way to show you his presence, so as to not sneak up on you and not in a threatening way, and has just introduced himself and says, I think you guys should come with me.
Ioric, shake. And I'm going to squirrel the
But
box
you were
away.
the one that said we shouldn't trust anyone.
No. You should trust me. Wait. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let me introduce myself. My name is Varric.
As soon as he shows up, just a quick... As soon as he shows up,
Yeah.
I'm squirreling this away into hiding.
Yeah,
so
it's
that
concealed.
completely concealed.
Yeah.
Present pocket.
Yep. Right
Says-
there. Whoop.
My name is Varric, and I will be your escort this evening. Take that in a completely platonic way. I
What if we
am
don't?
here to help you leave, assuming that you have acquired the payload.
What payload?
The payload that the broker hired you to retrieve.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Does this dude seem shifty?
Insight check.
Ioric, shake.
He does not need help.
12.
12. Nothing about him is alarming to you. So you're willing to hear him out.
Caboose, help
Skip it.
Tucker.
So he says, is it safe to assume that since you're leaving the vault, that you have acquired the payload?
You mean the shiny math rocks?
Christ.
I don't know what it is. Not my job to know that. That's
Because
between.
you're not to be trusted, like the voice told me.
What voice?
The voice after the big gong.
What? We didn't hear a voice. Did you hear a voice?
What I just said, yes.
What
Are
did the
or
voice...
Can you hear me?
What? Yes. I can hear you. What did the voice say?
I just said it said don't trust anyone.
That's-
Then he's anyone.
Did it sound like him?
It sounded like a lot of people, to be honest.
He says, no, no, that was not me. I assure you, no. I said nothing until I introduced myself. And how well do you guys know each other?
Best friends.
Best friends. Okay. Okay. You guys seem great, by the way. And I want to make sure that everybody gets paid and that everybody gets home safe. And that's my job, is to lead you guys right out of here. So what do you say? You want to skedaddle? You want to go?
Lead the way.
We lead the way. Lead the way. Great. And that's when you get that.
And I'm going to lean over to you and whisper.
As soon as that happens, you'll be like, there it is. Stop talking to me.
All right,
Do you
let's
know
have a
sign-
wisdom saving
Do you
throw.
know sign language at all?
Great.
I know exclamation
It's
point.
not above 10. 6 plus.
Like, basically, I'm trying to get
11.
across to you. You wanna follow or just fucking leave?
Go ahead and roll a d4 for me. You said it was an 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
2.
All right. Reduce your wisdom by 2.
Oof.
Okay. So you were hearing whispers. There was a second set of whispers there. And remind us what that second, or what your reaction was to that second set of whispers.
I told him to stop talking to me.
Oh, okay.
Who's talking to you, buddy?
It sounded like a bunch of noises, a bunch of voices.
What'd they say this time?
They said that we are in danger.
Well, I believe that. And it is also coincidental that
Whoa,
we're
whoa,
in
whoa.
danger.
No.
Suddenly.
No, you guys are reading this all wrong. All wrong. I'm a liaison. I come bearing gifts. I brought snacks. So if we could just...
What kind of snacks?
what is your
eat them-
favorite kind of snack?
You eat them first.
Yes, sure. What's your favorite kind of snack?
As soon as you eat it.
Apple pie.
Okay, I don't have that. I have some figs and I have some cheese. And I'll have a bite and then I'll share with you. Sound good? Anybody else want to partake? No?
We should roll the rocks again. Give me the.
I don't know that you should be rolling anything, buddy. You're hearing voices.
Then they're telling us what to do. Give me them, and they'll tell us more to do.
I like this idea. I keep the box. Same rules as last time.
So Ioric now has the black dice in his hands again. Okay.
And I'm gonna look right at the mysterious stranger, and I'm gonna just roll them like kind of in front of him.
What did you roll that time?
90 and 6.
A 96. Okay. I'm just going to mark that real quick. 96. Great. Yeah, so that's when everybody hears another massive gong. Gong! And the walls shake and vibrate. And you hear something else. You hear a female voice squeak at the sound of this vibration, which also makes you squeak a little bit. And then wisdom saving throw.
9. Well, they're 10 now.
A 10. Roll a d4.
3.
Lower your wisdom by 3.
By 3 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm closing the box.
So please put the dice back in the box.
Did you hear anything that time?
The squeak.
We all heard the squeak. Any more voices talking to you?
That's when this lady emerges from the shadows. She goes, that would be me. Hello. My name is Gemma, and I am part of your rescue team, escort team, whatever you'd like to call us. But yes, I am here in a capacity that I am the group historian and librarian. I'm here to document this venture into
All right,
the vault.
we can't trust them. Who the fuck documents?
No. You can trust us. We're the good ones. We're
Where did
here.
you
We
come
brought you
from?
snacks. Okay. Let me paint a picture for you in the kindest way possible. You
We need to get outta
three
here.
are armed to the teeth, and you're in possession of something worth a lot of money, and we were hired to help you deliver that. And we will do whatever it is that you need to get there. Yay! So let's do
Could
that.
you go away while we figure out what we're supposed to do?
Why did another one show up when you rolled the dice?
No,
You should give me the dice a third time so we see if a third person
because
shows up.
it's because okay, we all heard that, right? The bong
No,
and those
we
shaky
didn't.
shaky.
Why were you
No, we
still
didn't.
in the
What are
hiding?
you talking about?
Well, Varric heard it and I heard it.
So you're insane.
I guess we may be collectively insane. If that's the case, we're all going to the loony bin together.
Give me the dice.
I'm inclined to seek better judgment for your own health.
Well, we will see if a third person shows up.
at the risk of sounding impolite, your friend who wants the dice so badly is shaking in anticipation for those dice, and I think it may be unwise to let him roll them again.
Why didn't you show up at the same time as Varric?
It was mostly fear, but also
Then what good are
cowardice.
you as a guard?
I'm not the
good
guard.
point.
Then why are you here?
The
Because
historian.
I am the historian. I know the most about this place.
Who
That's-
else wants
that's
to
why
roll
I'm
the
here.
dice? That's not me. Probably
Give it
should-
to one that.
As soon as you
hold
pop
on
that
to the
thing
box.
open,
Give them one of the
my
box.
hand goes out to you. As soon as that thing opens, my hand goes.
Give
to
That's
you.
when this individual emerges from the shadows as well. This is a gigantic figure that kind of looks like a sad clown without makeup, but also like Shrek if Shrek
Like Andre
were in
the
human
Giant from
form.
Princess Bride.
Kinda.
No,
Yeah, actually, yes.
okay, sure. But
Little
just
less hair.
a big man dressed humbly in like farmer's clothes, and sheepishly he approaches and he goes, I'd be happy to carry the payload and be your mule for the rest of this trip.
Absolutely fuck not.
No, well, here's the thing. Like, I got a big, strong back, and I carry things. I pick things up and put
You
them
know what?
down. That's
It's-
kind of my thing.
It's pretty light. I think I can manage.
I could carry you the whole way.
You could carry Salvatore.
I might let you do that.
Yeah, I'd be. You want uppies? We can do uppies the whole way. Climb on the back, on the front, shoulders, whatever you need.
You could just grab a leg and, sit on his boot.
That I may have a problem with.
What
You
the
have
fuck
to
is
draw the
wrong with
line
you?
somewhere.
Give me the dice.
Oh my god.
More people.
What are you still doing with that picture there, Caspian?
I like your idea though.
You want this one?
No, I like your idea though. I want to give. We're gonna have a conversation.
You're gonna have
out of-
sidebar real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Of
You
course.
can come.
Give me the dice while we do this.
No.
Well, why not?
No.
Kind of want them dice though.
I do kind of like this idea that we make one of these people roll the dice because I could just get the dice back. They can't steal them as long as I have the box, right?
Give him the big dude and tell him you guys go ahead of us. We'll make sure nothing follows us.
I think I trust the big dude the least out of all of them.
Yeah, but you'll get the dice back if they're going.
Yeah, until he decides to put one of those meat hooks in my mouth.
He can't if he has the dice and it's gone. They don't know how the dice work.
All right. I'm going to give the dice to the young librarian, whatever, and I'm going to tell her to roll them.
You want her to roll the dice.
Yep, and
She
I'm going to keep
says-
the box.
She says, so respectfully, what happens when I roll these dice? Because I'm detecting some arcane properties to these dice, and it seems unwise to just all willy-nilly just start chucking these things around.
Do you not know how to roll the dice? I
Don't.
can show you.
No.
Give me dice. I will show.
No. I assure you, it's not a case of that. It's, I think it may be best to just maybe figure this out in a place that's much more safe and well lit.
I just feel like I couldn't trust you until you rolled the dice.
That's why you trust me.
Well, that's when Varric steps in and he goes, "Whoo, me again." This is a trust issue. How would you feel if we slid you a little coin, which you could divide any way you please? A little prepayment, and then you could come with us, and we can, complete the mission.
Trust can be bought, but it's a high price.
What are we talking about here?
You should roll the dice. It feels really good.
Pay his share.
Which is how much?
10,000 gold.
10,000 gold.
That's
Well,
what my brother is giving me out of his share.
I'm sure that you're aware that to carry 10,000 gold pieces would encumber a man such as myself.
Isn't that what he's for? And I point at the
He's
ginormous
good at carry
dude.
things.
But he is a
Big
big,
Nick
strong
Lark,
boy, but 10,000 pieces of gold may even be too much for him.
I don't think they have 10,000 gold on them.
So they're refusing to roll the dice.
She looks extremely afraid to even touch them.
What do you think the dice did to him? And I'm going to gesture at him over there like
I'm not doing that. I just want the dice.
He's just looking
I just
around
want you
for
to give them to me.
voices.
He's fiending for the dice.
Yeah.
Scratching his neck like, got any more of them dice?
Yeah,
You want to slide those dice over here?
he's got a problem with dice.
She says, if I... She goes, sidebar. Can I have a sidebar with the shaky gentleman? Hi, I'm Gemma. And you know what? It's okay. We don't need first name. What may I call you?
Iork.
Ioric. You want the dice. He wants to give me the dice. If I give you the dice, can we lickety split out of here?
Do you want me to show you how to roll the dice?
No.
That's what dice do.
I
They
want,
roll.
I want you to show me how to exit the dungeon.
If he gives me the dice, I'm going to roll them.
And then can we leave?
Maybe if more people,
Maybe.
maybe.
Can we hear any of this, or is she really quiet?
I'm super
Let's
loud.
have a perception check.
You can hear
He's
me,
not
I assure
quiet
you.
at all.
So you're hearing at least half of the conversation. Just him going, I'll roll the dice. I'll do it.
And I'm,
I'll roll them.
I'm on the other side of the room screaming, "You're not getting the dice!"
Give me the dice.
Having a sidebar on our
16.
sidebar.
16. Yeah, so you can hear the whole conversation.
I'm going to lean back over to you and say,
No, you need to whisper into the microphone in order for this to count. So a little close. You can whisper, just has to be really close to the mic.
so, just give them the dice.
What?
Closer.
Talk in your normal
Closer
voice.
to
You
the
can just say, I whisper.
I whisper.
Jesus.
Give them the dice. And then when they're down the hallway and out of sight, just close the box and we'll go the other way. I don't think these people
They
know
don't
how
want
to
the
get out.
dice. They want to give it to that idiot.
She said she wants to leave.
Yeah. But I don't know that we should follow these people. Why did these... No one...
I'm saying we send them off on their own because it seems like they don't know the way out of here anyway.
I don't think
Once they're out of
going
sight-
off...
You close the box and we get the dice back and we leave.
I don't think they're interested in having the dice, and I don't think they're going to leave here without us. Can we refuse your offer, Varric?
What? So you're refusing to do what?
Go with any of you.
Oh no, you don't have to go with me. We could follow you. We could go first.
I prefer you go first.
Okay, and you'll just follow us. We'll clear the way for you right out of here.
That seems agreeable.
Sound good?
You want me to hold the dice for you?
No.
Okay, so they said, so we came from that way, down the long straight tunnel. And so you just go down that way, and then the route splits, and then we go up and to the left. And that's how we're going to get out of here.
Are they pointing into the way that we came?
No, they're
Okay.
pointing the opposite direction.
Okay.
Well, we came in that way and we know it's clear, so why don't you go down that way first and we'll shout out directions. And you can clear the way for us that way.
Which way do you want us to go?
I point to the other way that we came in.
Catacombs.
Towards the catacombs.
Yes.
He says, you want to exit that way. Well, we haven't vetted that way, so we don't know.
Well, yes, that's why you're here. To vet the way back out for us.
No, but we've already seen the way out. It is the other way.
But we haven't vetted that way.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, well, yeah, if you want to follow us, we can all head out through the catacombs. So they say there is just one final thing. There are 2 more members of our party who, just for safety reasons, we're kind of laying back. So they would like to introduce. I think now, in full disclosure, is a good time to introduce them. And here is the whole merry band, and then 2 more
Oh,
individuals.
so good. There was
up
2
here.
lying in wait.
Yeah, so the girl who is hooded and armed with a crossbow kind of peeks out and gives you a half a wave and kind of a smile frown at the same time. She doesn't look very friendly or approachable, but she doesn't...
My kind of lady.
Maybe.
That one might need a good shake.
And then the other guy is very twitchy and squirrely looking.
That guy shakes on his own.
Yeah. That guy looks like, he drinks about 2 pots of coffee a day, and
It's
looks
just
like
vibrating.
you
Looks
know
like
if
Fry.
he's got to work in this place one more day, he's going to burn it to the ground. You know, he's like, this guy has had it. They introduce these two individuals first as the one with the crossbow is Sibylla. She doesn't like small talk. And the other one is Tassimir. He is our navigator. He's the one that led us to this place. And he's a little. What's the word I'm looking for?
He looks shaky.
Yeah, he's.
If I shake him the opposite way, maybe I fix, and I'm gonna walk towards him.
I'm going to allow this.
I'm just gonna watch you.
Come here, let me help you.
So he's very his eyes just get wider and wider as you approach him, and then that's when the big guy says, "Hey guy, what what are you doing with my friend over there?"
Don't worry, he's a doctor. I
He's-
say out loud.
He's shaky. I'm going to shake him in the opposite direction.
No, he's good.
vigorously,
He's good.
and it'll help. It helped them too. That's how we opened the lock.
It does feel pretty good.
I should say
It might help him.
I should shake him.
Okay, so skeptical, he lets you shake the guy, and how hard do you shake? this
The guy lets
I
him.
mean, I'm gonna cast guys while I shake him.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna shake. The...
Shaking
You're
baby
gonna shake him
syndrome.
hard.
Yeah, just like I shook them.
You shake the baby. Okay. So it kind of makes him like kind of snap back too, like, and gain a level of comfort in the situation. And then as you know, his shoulders are pinned and you're shaking him, he's kind of looking at you like blankly, like, shall we exit then?
Right after you.
Okay. Let's go.
I'm gonna look at you as like I told you the shake would work.
I said it would.
The shake always works.
So the big guy, the big strong guy, he goes up first, and he's marching along, and he's asking, so what should we expect up here?
Nothing. It was clear when we came
It's
down.
just clear. He says, it looks like there's like bones and stuff up here.
Some of those bones may have flesh on them. Ignore that.
Okay. But like no like spooky things or anything like that.
Well, there is Jim, but I think his name was Jim. I don't know. He likes to smile a lot now,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not gonna harm you. It's fine.
What are you talking about?
So is everyone?
Everybody up there is dead.
Everybody's trying to figure
That's why
out
he's
what
smiling,
it is
'cause he
that,
doesn't have any flesh on his face anymore.
and that's when in the distance you see this in the tunnel. As you continue along, you see that not only is the tunnel sealed off the way that you came, it is sealed off with a smooth metal surface. With although the picture I just showed you has seams on it, there are no seams at all. It is just a solid metal wall that is blocking the way.
I'm gonna push on the wall.
So tell me more about this way you came in.
And Varric says, "Yeah, it's great.
Hang on.
Honestly,
What if
honestly,
he
it's-
shakes you against the wall? It worked the last time.
Good idea. And I start walking towards Caspian.
Just gonna allow it.
I'm just gonna like pin you against the wall and basically shake you into it.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, just good.
One of those walls from Greengrass that just absorbs him.
So Varric says, now that we've entertained your exit strategy, can we please go the other way?"
Shaking the wall didn't help this time.
No. As a matter of fact, as you're like pounding on the wall, you
Using
expect
it.
it to like make a sound of like hollow metal, and it's not. It's like
Solid.
solid metal slab.
I'm sure that feels great.
Just it has no give to it.
Yeah, let's check out this opposite direction with the
Maybe
strange
if we
people
roll
that
the dice,
appear
the
out of
gall
no one.
will shake the wall out of the way.
You're not getting the dice, buddy.
Come on!
Would you like to pick his pocket?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm not that desperate yet.
Yeah.
My wisdom keeps going down. We might get there.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you turn around, you go in the other direction.
As soon as he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're going first.
Yep.
That's the rule.
Yeah. So the big guy who now introduces, he says, "By the way, I didn't introduce myself, but my name is Borin.
Bulgarin, you say?
Borin, and Borin has looked better. He's covered in bruises, you notice, and he's got some bandages on one of his arms. And he doesn't even wait for you to ask about the bandages. He's just says, "I know I don't look like a nice guy, but I swear that I am."
I can shake you to make this feel better.
Could you? Well, I'm down for a shake. Give me a good shake.
I'm gonna like shake him even harder than normal and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean he doesn't shake a whole lot, but
I'm gonna give it all I got.
yeah, okay. Yeah, you can cast Cure Wounds on it.
Go bear form.
Here's a D6 plus now 1, so 6.
6. Okay. Yeah, so you're able to lay hands on this guy while you're shaking him. Okay. And you're able to cure some of the wounds, and he goes, I gotta tell you, that felt great. That felt great.
The shake always works.
I've just been, it's between you and me, I've just been working nonstop, like trying to just bank some money so I can, take care of the family. And, I got another job lined up next week. It's just like nonstop.
I don't even want to be here. My brother told me I had to come because he didn't make it.
It's same. So,
Wait,
You know.
you had a brother that couldn't make it too?
so as you're continuing, you're making small talk, and you get to the fork in the road. And there is one path that goes up, just as they had stated. It goes up, and then there is one path that goes down. And the downward path looks different from the upward path. The upward path kind of snakes a little bit and turns a little bit more rocky, kind of like the catacombs. And the downward path is all this metallic, squared off shape. And not only that, you notice that the floor going downwards, it has like grooves that run the length of the hallway, grooves in the floor. So they're now, Varric is now pointing like, this is the fork. We go up this way now. So just follow me. Yeah? We're in agreement. You guys are going to follow me.
Agreed.
Yes? Everybody agrees?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then you start heading up. You start heading up this rocky path. And that's when you see, boom, the same thing. Path has been cleared off. And there is a seamless metal wall blocking the path. And the
Backup plan, Varric.
utter look of embarrassment on Varric's face at this point. You can see he's trying to mask this and trying to figure out a way
What did
to
he
spin
say?
this in a way.
Now that we're done entertaining the children.
So Varric says, "Yeah, so you're not going to believe this. It didn't look like this when we came down this way.
Yeah, you didn't believe it either.
Well, I have a theory. If you'll entertain me for a moment."
Just a point. If it happens to matter, it was 2d8 for Cure Wounds now.
Okay, so he's feeling real good.
Just that way.
Real good. So he says, theory, if I may pitch a theory here, there were two very strange sounds that came from inside this mountain. And I'm starting to think that one of them was your wall closing, and the other one was mine. So I'm wondering what happens when a third one gongs out.
That's what I'm saying. If he hands it, I snatch it. Like, I have never reached for something so quickly in my life.
Yeah.
Caspian is kind of frustrated, but he's not sure what else to do. And now that these strangers also feel like we should make more gongs, I'm inclined to let the big guy kill himself.
Give it a dice. They
So
barely
Ioric-
get into my hand as I throw them. I throw them pretty hard.
So just against the wall, or
Yeah,
against a
I like
person,
bounce
or
them off the wall.
like you're spiking like
Yeah.
the football after a touchdown.
72.
72. Yeah, so I don't know what you expected to happen, but immediately there was gong, and the walls vibrate and the roof vibrates and like dust like comes down from the ceiling a little bit, and everybody clearly hears this. And that's when another whisper speaks to you. And give me a Constitution saving throw.
Give me the dice.
Did you close the box? Okay. So box is closed.
That is a 14.
Oh, remember your wisdom is lower now than it was.
You said it was a Constitution saving throw.
I'm sorry, wisdom saving throw.
Okay, it is now. That's a 13.
A 13. You're good. You're good.
But your wisdom lowers in others.
No effect.
It said all the paths returned to me, but we've went to all the paths. These voices suck.
Where did you first hear the voice?
What all do the voices say?
We heard the voice in the vault when I rolled the dice.
We need to go back to the vault.
Back to the vault.
And we roll the dice when we get back in the vault, right?
We'll see. We're going to work it out.
It's worked out so far.
I don't know.
It made people appear. It made voices happen. It seems to be doing a lot.
Okay, back to the vault.
Back to the vault.
Let's go back to the vault. Varric is on board with this idea. He's like, moving in any direction is better than not moving. So, yeah. So who's leading the way to the vault?
They are.
No, they're not into that.
I'm not into them being behind us. Let's link arms.
Oh, together. Go at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're good with that.
I'm gonna ask Varric if he has any idea what may be down.
What may be down. Yeah, so Varric, he has to think carefully about that, and he has a moment where he shows a little vulnerability, and he says, I've hired people to answer this question, so I'm gonna tag in my homegirl Gemma. Gemma, come here real quick. So Gemma, what does your history books tell you about what's down at the bottom of the mountain? Like, in a condescending way, he's saying this to her. And normally she would be offended by that, but she is just so excited to talk about history and about what she knows. So she says, well, legend has it that at the heart of the mountain, a dragon used to live there, or some type of creature used to live there, surrounded by a massive treasure. But that is clearly not true. You know how legends are. But when trying to find more information about the mountain, about the temple, about the city, most of this is uncharted. So anytime there's an old cave and an old mountain, you hear stories about dragons. And you hear stories about things. And I don't believe in any of that. I've never seen a dragon. I've never seen a dragon's hoard. I've never seen treasure. And I honestly...
I kind of cut her off right there, and I'm like, do you not see me?
I see you. Yes. I acknowledge your existence.
What makes you think that a dragon wouldn't exist based on this?
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to diminish your existence by any means. I'm just saying I don't believe all the the stories, the legends about the mountain. All I know is that nobody's been here, nobody's found anything. It's all just speculation. So, honestly, to answer your original question, there could be anything down there.
You should roll the dice. The voices might tell you what's down there.
So if
give her the
nobody's
dice.
ever been down here, who do you suspect put the vault boxes up?
Well, I would suspect that the vault was tied to the temple in some way, and that it used to house, all of the valuables of the city. Although I haven't been inside the vault to inspect it myself. Did you see anything in there that would provide any clues as to what you should expect, or the purpose of this place?
There were a lot of numbers.
Numbers? Okay, yeah.
It all looked like your typical bank vault for personal storage. There were
Okay.
some missing boxes though, which was odd.
Okay. Missing boxes. What boxes were missing?
823, number 1, and number 67.
Okay. Okay, I'll mark that down, and she writes it down in her little notebook, which she's been feverishly writing all kinds of notes in her little notebook. She says, "Did you see any inscriptions or carvings, anything inside that vault that would lead you to, I don't know, give any clues about anything else?"
Well, before we got too much into investigating, he shook the rocks. Big gong. We leave.
Can I see the rocks?
Now you want to roll 'em?
You should definitely roll them.
So she takes the rocks and she's inspecting the rocks. She's looking at them and she says, well, I can tell that these are ancient rocks. They have some type of inscription on them, and I can tell that it is there is celestial symbology on the dice.
While she's going, I go, yeah. And I close her hands around it, and I
Nope. Close the box.
So her palm is open and she's looking at these. You could just snatch them right out of her hand.
No, I want her to roll them, so I'm gonna like try to roll them for her.
Okay.
I'm gonna like close her hand around them and like motion
So
her hand in the direction.
Her hand closes, and then
As soon as I see him approaching her, I'm closing the
try to like
box.
throw her to the
I
ground.
try to like throw her hand in so that she releases the
She's like,
dice. Kind of.
and before the dice can be rolled, you close the box.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Dice
Why'd
go
you
back
do
in
that? She wanted to roll the dice.
I don't think she did. And I'm a little worried about your health since
Everyone
you've been
likes
rolling.
to roll dice.
No, the only person
Not those dice.
that seems to want to roll these dice is the person that really shouldn't be.
At this point, I kind of want to pull some weighted dice out of my pocket, see if I can distract him with it.
There you go. Here, look, shiny rocks.
And so I hand you a pair of D6s that constantly roll 3s.
I'm gonna roll them immediately,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing happens. I'm gonna go, these dice suck. Give me those dice.
No.
I tried, and I picked my dice back up.
You just got to every time he does it, you gotta go gong, like do it really loud. It'll make him happy.
By the way, I whipped your dice. Like I threw 'em hard.
You either threw him in front of us or into the wall.
So that's when Varric looks to Caspian and he goes, "Hey, just me and you real quick. Can just real quick have a minute.
yeah.
We can't stay here, and there only seems like there's one way to go. You want to go check it out? I mean, should we go check it out?
Should we have your historian take a look at these lock boxes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course.
Let's do that.
Take a look, sure.
And if we can't figure out anything, then I guess down is the way to go.
Okay. Yeah, so she goes in and she takes a look at the vault room and, oh, very interesting. And she's taking like way too long looking at all this
While
stuff.
she's doing that, I'm gonna try to open other doors to see if there are more dice in them.
You're going to pull the other boxes?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, let's have an athletics check.
14.
14. No, so you're not able to just rip
Well,
it
I'm
open.
not. I'm not trying to like rip. I'm basically going one by one. Like that doesn't open. That doesn't open.
Oh,
That
you're
doesn't
like
open.
checking car handle doors to see if
Effectively,
any
yes.
are unlocked. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm going from like 2 because one's gone.
Are there any new boxes missing?
Let's have a perception check.
2, 3, 4, 5.
9. Wait, no, that is a 9.
Yeah, so you don't see any that are missing, and she doesn't seem to stop at any particular box. She's just kind of making notes everywhere, and you know, it's all very curious to her. She's all very interested, and she's sure that there's significance in these numbers.
Is there a
the
way
ones that
out?
are missing from within the vault? No, there's no. It's just three walls are lined with these boxes.
But I'm asking her if she can find anything that's worth
38.
money.
39. 40.
Yeah,
41.
so you're checking all these, looking for like which one's a switch that opens a secret door, but you're not finding.
I'm not looking for I'm looking
Right.
at dice. I don't want the switch. I want more dice.
Right.
More magic dice.
You do find one that looks like it's been damaged in some way.
Does it look like I can open it?
I mean, you can try,
I'm going to try.
or it's have an athletics check.
That'd be neat.
It ain't. I mean, you're not able to get it open.
You shillelagh to hammer your
But you
staff
feel
on this
like
box.
if you just kept working on it, that you could.
I'm going to turn into a bear.
Is it
Hammer the box.
You're gonna bear out.
Yes.
All right. So
bear?
so
You
what does it
gonna
look
hammer the
like when you
box?
turn into a bear?
I start to shake the box and I go, "What?" And then the like scream turns more into a roar as I like shift into a pretty big brown bear.
Is the bear big enough to get out of the vault?
I mean, it's
Is he big enough to get out of the cage door?
probably. I mean, the
Okay.
cage door is.
Okay, fair enough. Could he get through like a regular like bathroom door?
He probably would clip the sides,
He
but
could
he could
squeeze
squeeze
through
through.
there? Yeah. Okay. Like getting a dog through the cat door.
Yeah.
Difficult
Okay.
terrain.
So he'd be displeased about it, but he could probably do it.
All right. So now you're full on bear form, and now Gemma is no longer comfortable being in the inner vault. She's ready to leave, and she just she does the old Irish exit out of the inner vault. And you guys see that he is gone bear mode.
What's got him so upset over there?
I'm
I
gonna
think
like
he wants
claw at the door
into that
like,
box.
We're gonna try to beat the hell out of this door.
What are you guys doing while he's doing that?
I'm gonna approach him and try and figure out what he's so upset about. And I'm gonna ask him, "Hey, what are you? Why are you so focused?"
Yeah, he
I
can't
just
speak to you.
roar like real loud.
He no longer has human vocal cords. Cannot speak to you.
But can you like gesture at what you're targeting, or do I know what he's trying to do?
Yeah, he's cranking on this PO box for
Okay.
lack of a better description.
Let me try.
Well, let's have an athletics check from the bear.
That's 14.
14. Yeah, so you're able to finally open one up, and now let's roll in the random loot table to see what you found.
What
It's
am I
gonna
rolling?
Be so mad when it's
2d10.
gold instead of dice.
It's-
Question
Roll a
mark?
d20, please.
8.
An 8. Okay, roll a d4, please.
2.
You found 2 heavy silver bars in there.
Ooh.
I try to reach for them, but bear paw, there's no chance.
You're just all thumbs.
I'm trying to get like one claw in there to like claw it out,
Uh-huh.
and just gotta like get it out on the floor. And I look at them, and I like look disappointed as much as a bear can look,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna go to the next one.
Sad panda face. Got it.
Like I'm glowing because solid silver bars,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just like, nope.
Are you going to take those silver bars?
There's a lot of me in the way right now.
Yeah, and also
Now, these things are real heavy.
yeah,
So,
real silver bars. But he's a bear, and we have this
Yeah,
fine strapping gentleman.
yeah,
here.
Boren says, would you like me to carry those for you?
I would love for you to carry these.
Great, great. He says, here's my sack. If you just want to throw those in my sack, I'll haul those up for you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick up the bars and throw them at his sack. In
You're
his
gonna
sack.
Okay. So you just drop a couple bars in a sack, and then
Yep.
he's
Head out.
He's ready to head out. So Varric says, "Are we going to give this a try? We're going to head down the only way that we can find to go.
Yeah.
Sound good?
As we're leaving, I'm gonna kind of brush by. What was the girl's name again?
Gemma.
Gemma, and ask her if there was any other boxes she felt that maybe we should try opening.
She says, maybe. I don't know the significance of the numbers of the ones that are missing. I feel like if given enough time to study it, maybe we could come up with something. But
While she's talking, I am beating on these PO boxes.
right.
I am beating the brakes off of these PO boxes.
She says it feels unwise to just randomly start taking things from the room without having any sort of rhyme or reason to what we're taking.
He seems to have a reason that he can. Why don't we start with 999 and see if
Well, Well, just to remind everybody, the goal here is for us to leave, and since you already have what you came to get, and the payout seems to be substantial, maybe we can set up a follow-up visit to this vault and maybe investigate further, and just focus on the mission at hand for now.
I agree, especially now that we don't have a way out and we only have so many rations, we can't afford to linger.
Agreed. That's quite an astute observation.
All this
Now he wants
conversation
to
being heard over just growling and just beating against metal.
Just
Boo
bare
boo, come
fury.
on, we gotta go.
I will look over at the vault, look over at you, and I'm conflicted.
If you come with me, I'll let you roll the dice.
Ooh,
I will pull out right in front of you.
Not right now.
the bear can hold the dice anyway.
We
Just
have
be
to
like,
find a way out of here first.
He'd put them in the bear ball and they
You will
just
see
fall
the
off
bear
floor.
eyes squint. But I haven't gone back to ravaging the P.O. boxes, so
All right, so
It's a
are you
Berenstein
following
Bears
me
roll
out
the
of the
dice.
vault?
yes.
All right, so we got the bear.
Yeah.
We're going. I guess we're going to the down path.
Yeah, so as you get towards that down path, you take a few steps in, and it's just like I described it before, and I will show you. Here's what it looks like. Wow, that print is super dark. Here you go. Here's the down path. There are torch sconces on the wall. They're not lit unless you decide to light them. But
I'll use Druidcraft to light one.
okay, yeah. So it does illuminate this hallway a little bit, and you see what I talked about before, these long, shallow grooves in the floor that run the direction that you're going as the floor slopes downward gradually, just a very slight slope.
Do these grooves seem stained at all?
Do they seem stained? It's hard to tell in low light whether or not there be stains.
Do they look like that stain that he found in that house?
Oh, I don't
Blood
know.
Blood stains.
But most curious of all is that once you're about 10 feet into the hallway, you hear beautiful music. And that's where we're going to wrap up this block. We'll be back after a short break, and we'll get into room number 3.
5-room dungeon, it's a 5-room dungeon. Room 1, guarded entrance. Room 2, puzzle or roleplay challenge. Room 3, a trick or setback. Room 4,